Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Right, so this time I'm coming to you with two war videos because the war against Palo for me, well, first of all, it wasn't too long, there wasn't too many things happening. However, the war against DSVG is absolutely bonkers, and there I have some very mean, nasty, crazy fights with crazy mistakes, and the entire war was just absolutely nail-biting. Obviously, also a lot has been happening in the last couple of days, so I figured I'll push the war videos slightly back. So this war against Palo, we have faced them multiple times. We know that they are a good alliance. I don't have too many fights. I'm doing path 7 and 6. Section 1, I need to go up against Hyperion here. And then Kingpin, that's why the Bishop is here. And then we're going to see a few more CGR nukes. So yes, the war isn't too long. I didn't do boss or mini bosses this time around. I just basically needed to clear my lanes. So I'm going to boost up for that. And in this war, we did have fairly comfortable lead, so it wasn't like super stressful either. So I could take the war relatively easy, unlike the next one. So I kind of need to show these fights. And then we're going to rush to the DSVG war, which was absolutely crazy. Obviously, DSVG has been on fire this season, and they are one of our closest placed alliances who have the same win and loss ratio as us, I believe. And they also have extremely good wars, in a sense that they do not die a lot. So that was very important, very scary war, basically one of the more important wars, I suspect, that will decide how the season goes. Here with CGR, I just go in full CGR rotation. I absolutely do not care about the fact that he has 3 bars of power. There, he does decide to throw his level 3, but I have indestructible 3 boost and everything's gonna work out fine. So he's gonna drop his level 3, I'm gonna drop my level 3, and that's gonna be it. Lights out. There's not gonna be anything else happening at all. So you can probably get this fight done with CGR without the indestructible 3 boost, but obviously with it, it's just so much safer. You get your level 2 before he gets to throw his special attack, or even if he does, it's not a big mistake either, but just get your level 2 and the fight is going to conclude very quickly after that. So here we have Kingpin, and I'm using my rank for Bishop for this fight, and this fight with Bishop is just super easy. Basically, you can just win an entire fight by parrying, to be honest. You don't even really need to hit him. You can just parry and drop in that light hit as well in order to avoid the brute force. I think it's brute force damage, yes. But if you do want to speed it up, then get to level 1 and throw your level 1, and that's going to be pretty much all she wrote there. So I am getting pushed into my corner a bit. That's not a big mistake. That's not the biggest deal. Here I'm going to throw my level 1, and that gives me this steady release incinerate. And as you can see, the Kingpin's health is just absolutely flying away. The only thing that I do need to pay attention here is obviously not to eat that level 1, especially if it would happen to be unblockable. And that's it. The fight's over. I love using Bishop against Kingpin. Definitely very fun fight. Now moving on to section 2, it's going to be a few more CGR fights, and CGR is going to do what CGR does. He's such a monster. So here we have a Bishop. I was actually meant to use Magneto House of X pre-fight on this fight, but I kind of forgot. It's all good though. It's all good. So we're just going to do the standard CGI rotation. We have the Cosmic Boost here still in order. It's kind of like a nice, chill, harmless war here. Again, parry, heavy, sweet. We have the aptitude. Get in parry, finish with light. He's just under a full bar of power. And there I managed to use my level 2 whilst I have aptitude active, increasing the potency of precision and cruelty. Then I just hold block. I wanted to reparry. He went for a heavy attack. That's fine. And I go for my second level 2, and that's 1 dead Bishop. And it didn't take long at all to settle out this fight. 22 seconds. That's why you love CGR in these wars. And now we have an Nihilus. Now, an Nihilus can be quite annoying, and I'm going to fully admit I'm not the best fighter against an Nihilus. Therefore, I fully intend to benefit from Magneto House of X pre-fight, because with that, you can basically parry him safely, guaranteed, without much problems. And there I get in my intercept. I go for my level Sorry, well, I go for light finisher. I'm gonna go for medium finisher, but there, because I did not parry before and I did intercept, I didn't have quite enough power. It's fine that I intercept with my special attack. We get rid of his rod as well, and that I'm nearly at 3 bars of power. I'm gonna let him use his level 1. That's fine. I'm gonna dex here and some big yellow numbers to finish off the fight. And that was it. That was all for my war. As I said, I didn't do too much in this war. However, my defenders did actually. My Gore and Mephisto both got defensive kills, which was quite awesome, putting in work. And now here is the main course, the main war. So DSVG, this season, they are absolutely on fire. As we can see, currently they are Masters 3. We are Masters 2, and GT4 is Masters 1. The only alliance up top with a perfect record, I believe. And we both, at this point, are 6-1 in our records. So this is very important war. Winner of this war will be massive step closer to finishing in top 3. That said, let's get to it. It was a very hard map to plan for. And to my surprise, my team told me that I have to bring in Juggernaut for war. Now, both Nimrod and Wiccan at this point are already champions that I'm kind of accustomed to in war. Wiccan for null bosses, but this time around we're going to do another fight with Wiccan. And obviously Nimrod for any mutants along the way. Section 1, though, kind of scary with that Juggernaut. Section 1, I'm doing path 5. And we're going to see first fight Hulkling, which I'm not worried with Juggernaut at all. Second fight is Mordo. And the Mordo fight was very scary because we could not fit in a good counter for it, because Mordo is obviously a conduit defender as well, and he is placed on a node that lets him shrug off debuffs when he's knocked down, and the entire map was tricky to plan against as far as our officers told us. So we just really couldn't come up with kind of like perfect set of champions for me. So it's going to be time for Juggy to do some heavy lifting here. And there's going to be some spicy moments in the next few fights. Right, so here I'm going to boost up. I'm going to fast forward a bit because this clip is lasting a while. So I'm going to activate my Mystic power boosts already because I'm going to be taking the boss after I do my path fights. And boss is open at this point. I'm doing the last fights in my battle group. There's only like 2 more fights left to do after me. So Hulkling, I definitely wasn't stressed out. Yes, he has that protection knockdown thing. I'm not bothered. Against Hulkling with Juggy, you just basically build up to level 2 and nuke him. And even if he does trigger the indestructible, perfectly fine, not a big deal, as he will here, so he is indestructible. I didn't nullify it either. I throw my entire level 2 whilst he's indestructible, and I push myself to level 3. It's fine. Here I am throwing my level 3 just as the Fury is about to expire. But we do a significant amount of damage, and I do get a ton of power back. And then I just intercept him with my level 2, and job's done. Juggs absolutely walks all over Hulkling. It's not even funny. This fight, though. This fight. I knew it's going to be rough. Because here's the problem. He has Ebb and Flow knockdown. And Mordo is not that easy to knock down to begin with. You can't like parry heavy him. And that means that I'm going to be doing significantly less damage at all times. Also, if I use my level 1 or level 2, he's going to be benefiting from Conduit. So, and I obviously have no power control. I do have my indestructible 3 boost, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna tear through this fight however I have to. And initially, I get off to a rough start where I completely forgot about heavy hitter node, and I'm struggling to find my initial openings here, which kind of annoyed me a bit, but it's okay. Here I'm just casually getting quite a bit, and here, okay, I find my opening, but I obviously do have to absolutely bait out at level 2, so he doesn't get to level 3. And a spoiler alert, this is a very long fight. So here I'm throwing my level 2, and we do some damage. He's down to 81%. Obviously now, he has a conduit debuff on, and I don't really want none of that. And there, I was trying to cheekily sneak in a heavy attack. But again, he's at 82% and the first 45 seconds have elapsed. Now I knocked him down with level 1, which is fine. Again, I can't be super aggressive. I probably should have tried to be more aggressive than I was. And obviously his power gain is always something very significant and important to take in consideration. And here he gets to his first level 3. And I'm thinking, okay, I have indestructible 3 boost. It's not too bad. It's not going to do any damage. He's at 78%. Now I'm going to be all loaded up for a special attack of my own. It's fine. And my special attack here, you know, does a bit more damage, 5%. Nothing special. Didn't have any unstoppables active. And here he intercepts me and I don't have indestructible 3 boost anymore. So at this point I'm already thinking, not good. And here he drops a level 1 and I don't know, my champion just kind of froze here. I don't know what happened. I was tapping on my special attack button and it didn't let me use my special attack button. So I'm at 22%. He's at 72%. And this fight definitely ain't gonna go anywhere fast. I quite literally had to put on my big boy pants. Okay, I didn't literally put on my big boy pants, but I mustered every ounce of concentration that I had in my body here to try and not panic, pull myself together, and figure out how we can win this fight. Because the war is close and the war is very important. So again, we're going to slow play this. Not going to do anything silly. I'm going to wait out here. All I need him to do is just throw your specials. I'm going to chip you down. Oh, it's cool. But pay attention to the timer. It's only 2.5 minutes left in this fight. Not a happy bunny with this. I decided I'm going to go with level 3. Let's see what happens. Okay. He's at 50%, but that does not remove protection. Which, you know, it's again weird. For some nodes it does, for some nodes it doesn't. And now he's gaining power again. And he's at 47%, but I'm at 31%. However, we have 2 minutes remaining. He's at 40% health. Here I do manage to kind of align my combo quite nicely. But again, the problem here is I can't parry an attack and I can't bait heavy attack to attack here. So the best openings that I can get are definitely after his special attacks. So here he's at 40%. Everything's fine. Thinking about my options here. I do decide to go for level 2 because that will let me disable the power gain. Here again, he still has the conduit debuff. He's about to start gaining power. He didn't want to throw his special attack. At 29% here. His protection's back up. 26%. Thank God he throws his level 2. Okay, there I should have been quicker and I could have punished him. Okay. Come on, use that. There we go. Good job. Let's get in some more hits. We have 1 minute remaining. 20%. And in this fight, I'm, you know, incredibly focused. Now, he just started gaining power. So I will use my level 3 here to disable that power gain. And here's the problem. I have a bad feeling about this. I have been on the receiving end of these things multiple times. And here I drop a heavy attack, but due to Mystic Dispersion, it was too late. Because he was going to get to 3 bars of power anyways at that point. And now he has a level 3. And Juggernaut is a beefy beefcake. Revives that level 3. I get in an intercept and I just go for it. Come on. And through that conduit debuff, we can see 25 seconds remaining, 18% health. And here we go. That level 2 thankfully crits at the end. And that crit is the thing that let me finish this fight. This was rough. I definitely know, obviously I could have played it better. Obviously I could have. Man, I was so stressed that I needed to take a breather after this fight. But at the same time, I'm quite happy with myself with being able to kind of pull this fight out. Because it definitely didn't look good for quite a while there. Considering how much health Mordo still had. And I was at like 20-some% health. Definitely wasn't looking good. Now for a change though, we do have a nice walk in a park fight. And this is Nimrod against APOC, and what we do here is we parry a couple of times, and we're gonna throw our level 1, and then we're gonna throw our level 2, and it's gonna be happy days. That's all that is going to be. So I switch into my Blitz protocol, got rid of his prowesses. I'm gonna use my level 1 now. I have the big energize, I have big energy vulnerability. My Nimrod is SIG 200 as well, so I do want him to use his special attack, which he does. Should have tried to parry some of those hits, but it's fine. And now I just need to get to my level 2, but I see that my Eradicate is going to expire, so I need to get in a couple more parries before I throw my level 2 in order to make sure that I re-enter Eradicate protocol. As you can see, there's still plenty of time on my energy vulnerability, and that's one very, 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 very dead Apocalypse. 45 seconds. Now, this was complete 180 in difficulty level. Man, that Mordo fight still gives me the creeps and bejesus out. And now we have Korg. And for this Korg with prowess unblockable, I'm just going to use Wiccan. Not a lot of people know that. Wiccan is actually very, very, very good counter for Korg, because his shock immunity doesn't matter, because if opponent is shock immune, you just place degeneration, and also all your hits are energy attacks, so you don't take any damage back. I'm going to use Indestructible 3 boost here for this fight now, because this is also going to carry over to the boss fight. And the boss fight is interesting as well, to say the least. Right. So this is a newly rank 4'd Wiccan also. Did rank 4 kind of partially because of this war. Anyways, I got my resistance up. It's a decent way to start the fight, you know, take less block damage, and now when I'm gonna activate my next spell, it's immediately gonna be paused, which is perfect. So now I got the neutralize on, even though it doesn't really matter in this fight. I have passive incinerate, and I'm gonna go for another passive incinerate, bait out level 2, and I'm gonna sneak in a heavy attack here in order to pause the spells. Unfortunately, resistance kind of fell off, but it's fine. Here I do throw my level 2 prematurely, and most of the debuffs get eaten up by Korg, which, you know, is not perfect, but we destroyed his rock shield still quite immediately, and I'm kind of set up fine, well enough in order to get to my second level 2 and go for more degens, go for more plasmas. Korg at this point is at, 35% health. He's still ticking down some as well. A bit, and I'm destroying his shield, go for another level 2, and here we can see that we have 9 degens, a plasma, life's good, and I'm just gonna finish this fight off with level 1, and yeah, that's a dead Korg. Obviously there are better counters to Korg, but quite a lot of champions can do that fight very well these days. And now we have Null boss. So rank 4 Null, and first time ever I'm using rank 4 Wiccan. And needless to say, I probably should have taken a minute, because I was still kind of stressed out from that Mordo fight. But I was like, I'm just gonna get in, get this done. And again, here, he actually scared me a bit in the beginning with thinking that perhaps he will not let me get my resistance up so I can start blocking him. But as soon as I got it, I kind of calmed down. However, in this fight, I will make 2 very, very big mistakes. And I'm kind of confident against nulls, but at the same time, this was just a silly thing where I thought my eye measurements will work fine, but they didn't. So everything's, and here is the first mistake. He entered the he entered his corruption, and I was hitting him, and that cost me. And now I'm baiting out his level 2, which is fine. He has quite a few incinerates there on, doing some job. That's not too bad. Still, unfortunately, most of them fell off. But we're okay. We're okay at this position still. Absolutely not worried. Yes, I wasted my Indestructible 3 boost, but there is not much to worry about at all. And here, I use my level 2, and everything's fine. Oh, sorry, was it level 1? And now, you know, he's going down steadily. Everything's okay. I want to push him to level 2 at this point, probably best, because I have hardly any Living Abyss on me. All my spells are paused, and here I use my level 2, and here is the trick part. So I use my level 2 here, right? And I don't... This is the weird part. I could swear that that should not have pushed him to 3 bars of power. But it did. So he got to level 3. And here, at this point, I'm panicking. My indestructible 3 is gone. Null's level 3 can do plenty of damage. And Wiccan is a noodle. There's just no way around it. I'm looking at that level 3. And then I remembered a glimmer of hope. Because the moment he threw that level 3, still had 7 active shock debuffs on him. And I do run max inequity. It does mean that his attack rating here is reduced by 36%. Also, one more reason why Null's level 3 typically hits very hard is because you convert your Living Abyss in those armor breaks, I suspect. So here, I'm gonna finish off that level 3. So I have 82% health, and I was like, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. But yeah, as soon as I saw my Wiccan actually still keeping some of his health, well, there were 2 thoughts that were running through my head. Number 1, I sure am happy that the Wiccan is rank 4 now, not rank 3. I was like, thank you. Thank you. The second thing is, like, I sure am happy that I still had Inequity Mastery active and I had the debuffs. And here I activate another resistance up just to be safe. Bait out the heavy attack. He has only like 9%. And I go in here for a nice level 2, get some more plasmas and whatnot going, some degens. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We finished the fight. We did not die, which is like the important thing, right? Finished 33%. It did screw up this fight a bit. It did screw up this fight a bit, but, you know, I swear he should not have gotten to that level 3. I know it's obviously my mistake. Should have baited out level 2. His level 2 before I threw my level 3. But, whatever. Anyways, so we are gonna win this war, because as I was doing my fights, because when I started doing my fights, actually I think we were tied or close to tied, and then at approximately that same time, DSVG did give away a few more deaths. And that's actually quite high death count for them. Now, we did not have a great war by any means at all. It's quite unfortunate. Our BG died once, but unfortunately, you know, we just didn't have the best performance as a team either. Dying 5 times is too much if you want to, you know, fight for top 3. So, there's that. At the same time, super happy that I didn't die, especially the boss fight and especially that Mordo fight. And obviously super happy about us winning the war. So these were wars number 7 and 8, which means we are 7-1 in the current season, and we're doing quite well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next